Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining Speak and See, the hardest worker in the EIDL Loan program that has worked harder for you than anybody out there. Point blank, I just had to get that out there. Shout out to Jason McClellan. He works hard for you too, but not as hard as me. Did the SBA deviate from standard operating procedures? Are you looking to put a lawsuit against the SBA? Because if you are, I'm going to give you your information right now that you need for this, because right now we have found out that many are out there wanting to sue the SBA. Did they mishandle the funds, and did they make new rules without disclosing them? You're going to find out the truth. You're going to find out what the rules are right now. So grab a drink, enjoy the night, and hopefully this helps you get further than you were today in your EIDL loan. Enjoy. Like and subscribe. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's good to see you today on the Speak and See show. Like, subscribe, and click that notification button so when I get information out, you can get information in. You've had enough with your loan not being approved, correct? Yes, it's correct, and I get it. So I'm gonna give you now information for those of you out there that are looking to sue the SBA. Who wants to sue the SBA? There's a lot of people right now who have been done wrong by the SBA because the SBA literally deviated from the standard operation procedures, and they deviated from that and took their own laws and rules and made them up as they went along. And you're not going to have to deal with it. I'm going to give you the ammunition right now that you need in order to get your lawsuit, if that's what you want to do, because I can't do it. I can't do it. I've gotten the loan. I received the loan. I can't file a lawsuit for not getting it, but you can. And those out there, they want to band together, class action maybe. I don't know if it's reasonable for a class action for a loan, maybe for the grant. Yes, I could see that happening, guys. So get ready. We're gonna see what happened, how it happened, and I'm gonna give you the information that you need right here. So stay tuned, get ready, jump on board. We've had enough of it right now. We're gonna go into the rules, the law, what happened to you and what didn't happen to you, what should have been the case with your loan. Guys, like, subscribe, and somebody say, hey, I want my 10K.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Now, I'm not only going to give you reasons to sue the SBA, even though that's on everybody's mind right now. Yes, go sue the SBA. I know that's the case. Everybody wants to go sue the SBA. It'd be better if you could work it out with the SBA and get your money and not have to go through that. That's what we all want. That's what we all hope for. But if that's not possible, you're going to go to the SOP, the standard operating procedure of 5039. That's the operating procedure for the SBA that they need to use in order to approve your loan. Okay, here we are. Now we've got two appendixes in this. We're going to go down to here. We're going to go to page 198. Now you guys can get this downloaded online. You can go to, just type in SBA space SOP 50 space 30 space 9. Okay, so we're going to go down and I want to show you what happened and what didn't happen as far as part of your reason that you were declined, and what was supposed to happen. And if you did not get one of these reasons, then you have a general, you've got a lawsuit. Here we go. If I can find it. Sorry about it's taking so long. I'm just really upset that there's all this talk going on out there about taking care of the SBA and nobody doing it. When you talk about doing it, nobody responds with anything. They all run with their frickin' tails between their legs. Well, we're not doing that here. Okay, here we are. We're going to Appendix 14, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to show you that right here. You're going to go to Appendix 14 on yours, and you're going to go through these reasons that the SBA was supposed to have declined you. And lack of funds, let me tell you right now, lack of funds is not in there, or you're not, we can't verify your business. I don't even see that in here. Okay, so we go down to this page in Appendix 14, okay? Reasons for withdrawing an application. Be written and received by this officer, blah, blah, blah. Contains significant new information that will overcome the withdrawal. So you need new information if you put in a request for reconsideration. You need new information unless they didn't see your old information properly. Include a complete date sign, of course, another 4506T. We got that. Withdrawal 51, requested information. We move that here. So now we're going through your reasons for denial. That is this paraphrase, this appendix that we're looking at right here is reasons for application withdrawal of application. So in order for them to take your application off, they needed to have went to one of these appendixes, 14 and 15. So here we go. And I'm just going to go over this real quickly to give you guys the ammunition you need, because the SBA seems to have made up their own rules and deviated from the requirements that were set by the SOPs in this 5039 right here. And that would be a violation of disclosure. And if they went ahead behind your back and went ahead and changed these rules, it's a violation of disclosure for them not to tell you that they did this and continue on with your application after you had filled out all the requirements here that you have already met. Here we go. Okay, guys? Sorry I'm so furious about this, but there's a lot of people out there that need this information now instead of waiting for a lawsuit to come about. So here we go. Withdrawal 51, okay, here's what happened. Requested information was not furnished. If you didn't furnish them with the requested information, if they asked for more information and you didn't furnish it with them, they can withdraw your application from active consideration because you did not furnish the requested additional information necessary to process your loan. You have the right to request reacceptance or withdraw your application. However, your request must be comply with the following requirements. So they would need to come in with a letter not to you saying we could not verify your information. They would have to come and say you did not meet up code number 51. Requested information was not furnished. And then they would have to provide you with the requested information that they were asking for. They didn't do that for a lot of people who got this requested information not furnished. They just said requested information not furnished. Well, what was it? If they didn't give you the requested information, what was it that wasn't furnished? You need a response to that, or else you're left in the dark, which a lot of people, this goes with 52, 54, 56. A lot of the reasons in this appendix to withdraw your application, it goes for you. I want to show you this real quickly. I'm not going to make this a 20-minute video to go through everybody's application here. You can do that on your own. Once you find out where you stand in this, you may find out that they don't have any of the excuses here that they gave to you, like lack of funds for one. Now here we go. Unable to verify property. Another one. Applicants request and change of plans. Applicants requested due to availability of insurance or recovery. So if you didn't have insurance, it was that. They were supposed to give you written reasons why your application has been withdrawn. These were the reasons that you should have gotten. Withdrawal code 57, consolidation of multiple applications. In that withdrawal code of 57, if you had multiple applications, it says, we have received multiple applications, is what you're supposed to get, a letter saying this. We have received multiple applications and or duplicate claims for damages caused by the same disaster declaration. We have consolidated all your eligible disaster losses under one application and assigned it to a loan processing officer. The remaining applications have been withdrawn for reconsideration. Now, for those of you that just got saying, sorry, you can't get it because there's been multiple applications. They were supposed to pull all of them. They were supposed to do this and leave one. And if they didn't do that and withdrew your application and canceled you, then they're in trouble. Consolidation of related applications. IRS has no record of you. These were legitimate reasons, and these are like you have withdrawn your application from. We have withdrawn because we couldn't verify you in the IRS. You didn't do taxes for 2020 or before. If you disagree with the IRS, they're supposed to give you these reasons and clauses behind it why you did it. Withdrawal code 59. Now let me go to withdrawal of otherwise approvable applications. I gotta slow down. Time out. I'm getting heated up because I love you. Character eligibility determination in Code 60s. If we have withdrawn your application from active consideration pending a formal character eligibility determination, it is not in the public interest for the SBA to extend financial assistance to persons who are not of good character. Who was determining whether you're of good character? Hold on. Therefore, we are required by regulation to perform a character eligibility with determination for any applicant who responds affirmatively to the personal history questions asked in the application, consider behavior, candor, integrity, disposition of criminal actions in our character determination in order to request reacceptance and begin character eligibility. I don't know anybody that received any decline because of character eligibility, but they were thinking it, just to let you know. It's in there. They could have declined you for your character. So if you feel like you were discriminated against due to your character, and they come up and they say, well, and we declined you because of code 60 because of your character, well then this could be an issue for them as well. SBA form 912, fingerprint card, let me just keep on going down here. I'm going to get into the next appendix. Appendix 15. Okay, we just gave you the reason for your applications to be withdrawn and thrown out. Okay, here's your reasons for being declined. Decline 1, lack of repayment ability in code 20. Decline 2, lack of repayment ability. Another, our analysis and information provided with your loan application concluded your income is insufficient to repay a disaster loan in addition to your existing debts, living expenses, taxes, insurance, etc., etc. So they were going by how much. Now, I don't know anybody who was given this reason right here for declined due to lack of repayment ability. Maybe they were, but they didn't tell you. They should have given you the decline code so you had a way to fight it and rebut it, and they didn't. Decline code 22. For business, physical loans with credit available elsewhere does not apply for profits. Lack of ability to repay disaster loans within a maximum of 7 years. There's some of the declines were saying go elsewhere. Never got that one. Decline 23. Reason where, are these new? Are these new? Anyway, this is a reason to be used where repayment ability is based on the forecast rather than historical information. Inadequate cash flow to repay a disaster loan and meet other obligations. So they may have thought he doesn't have enough cash. Never use this one for only reason of decline. Excessive amount of debt related to net worth. They were not allowed to use that as their only reason. Never use this for only reason for decline. Inadequate working capital, even if SBA could approve the loan. So they're seeing you didn't have enough money, unsatisfactory history, previous SBA loan. So here we are, guys. Unsatisfactory credit history. Unsatisfactory debt payment. Here is the reasons you were declined and maybe were never given that reason for being declined. Economic injury code 31. I got to get to this. Not substantiated. What does that mean? If your economic injury is not substantiated, the sole purpose of the EIDL is to help small business meet its working capital requirements during the disaster-affected period until normal operations resume. Economic injury is a change in the financial condition of a small business concern that is directly attributed to the effects of a declared disaster. The change in financial condition must result in the business being unable to meet its obligations as they mature or pay ordinary and necessary operating expenses. I have heard this one quite a bit. Economic injury is not substantiated. They're saying, okay, well, COVID's over. You should be able to pay your loan now. But we need to find out when that was put in there. But it says effective date May 31st, 2018. So was that there already? Because I did not know that, but maybe you didn't either. So your lawsuit would be trash. Generally, we measure economic injury by comparing the gross margins generated by the business during the period affected by the disaster to those generated in similar non-disaster periods. So they would do the math on it. The difference shows the disaster's financial impact on the business operations. Next, we determine the amount of funds the business and its owners need until formal operations resume. Finally, we compare the disaster's impact on operations with identified financial needs. The smaller of these two amounts is the business maximum economic injury eligibility. Economic injury disaster loans cannot exceed the financial requirements the business and its owners could have covered had there been no disaster. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Option A, no needs. Our analysis of the financial information you provided with your application indicates that you have been able to meet all financial needs attributable to declared disaster event through your own resources without undue hardship. Because there are no unmet financial needs, we cannot substantiate any eligible economic injury. So they're saying you made enough money during the process. We can't give you any money because you've been making your money. You've been making your money. You've been making enough. Okay? So your lawsuit gets thrown away. Here I am being honest and upfront with you all. I hope that you don't give me a thumbs down because I'm being honest that this is what we're up against. Option B. Disaster gross margin exceeds normal. Our analysis of the financial information you provided with your application revealed the gross margins generated during the period affected by the disaster exceeded your normal non-disaster levels. As a result, we cannot substantiate any eligible economic injury. So basically they're saying you made more out of by not getting this. You made more. You didn't need it. There goes your lawsuit. Let me just explain to you guys what we're up against, okay? The codes are here. I don't know if I need to keep going on this. I could. Decline code 32. I can read it, or you can read it for yourself. I will let you know. Once again, type in SOP in the search engine and Google it. SOP space 50 space 30 space 9. Standard operating procedures. So here it is. See if you fall into this category. See what excuses they gave you. Did you have the ability to oppose it or reject it and come back with an appeal of it and dispute your case? If not, there could be something there. As far as a class action, with everybody being so different, for a class action lawsuit on a loan program, we're looking at something that's not really heard of. Now, a class action on the EIDL grant could be different because they had said all small businesses, regardless of size or location, can get the $10,000, full $10,000 grant. Maybe that would be possible, but for a class action lawsuit on loans, it's going to be almost impossible because everybody's different. It's not the same for everybody. If they deviated from one specific set of rules, doesn't mean they deviated the same set for this guy. So there would be a class action for a certain group and a certain group and a certain group, and that maybe I could see it. But as far as a class action for just all EIDL loans, it's not going to happen. And that's just honest. That's just legally, it can't. Option B, for EIDL applications, applicants must be located within and are named in a disaster declaration. That's another EIDL thing. That's a disaster thing. This was all over America, what we were reading. So hopefully, guys, this brings some clarity and it gives you a place to go for the disaster loan program if you're looking to file a lawsuit or a claim. Read it over, read Appendix 14 and 15, and you can find out if what they were doing with your application behind closed doors was different than the appendixes here. And they didn't disclose it to you and they hid that from you. If that's the case, you've got something. Otherwise, if the reason is in here and they didn't provide you adequate reason for response or direct appeals, then there's a problem as well. Now, for lack of funds, we're talking about something totally different. That's still supposed to happen. It's still in process. And while something is in process, you cannot put a lawsuit against it if it still has time to play out. Like the EIDL $10,000 grant. That can get a lawsuit right now, a class action. We're looking for that one because it's over and people have been screwed. So there's not still money in there for it and there's still no ball rolling with it. It's done. So yes, and everybody was in the same category with that. Hopefully, this isn't too long, but hopefully it gives you a place to go so that you can go and get some real viable information to go grab, read, and understand what's going on here. So guys, with all that said, with everything that I've put into this, that I've crunched into this video, hopefully it helps. I am truly, truly, truly sorry. I feel so bad for many of you small businesses. I really do, and I've tried everything. We've been able to help people here get these small business loans. We've been able to help people go through. We've called congressmen and senators even that have pushed in your favor for the SBA, and I would continue to do it. I will continue to fight for this for you. But I need you guys to go here as well and fight for yourselves too, because this might not be a round table discussion. It might be a one-on-one gig here where if you're going to fight for what you were involved in with your loan, then here's some information that you might want to grab hold of to take with you. So guys, with that said, I'm going to let you go. I love you guys all very much. We want to ask that you like, subscribe, click the notification button so when I get information out, you can get information in. And hopefully we're not done. We're not done, just to let you all know. We're not done. The main goal right here, if you were going to sue them, it would be deviating from the standard of operating procedures of 5039. That would be your lawsuit. The name of it will be the SBA deviated from the standard operating procedure and made their own rules without making the public aware for them to continue in their endeavors of getting this loan to save their business. So hopefully this addresses this for you, and it's usable information, and love you all very much. God bless you. You all have a great weekend. It's going to be a good weekend. They're never going to keep you down. You know, have a blessed night, and somebody say, hey, we do still want our 10K.